People forget this, right? We went from 10,000 to 60,000 in about 4 months. I think upwards of $300 billion is going to get converted into Bitcoin this year. I'll make a big statement. I've said this a couple times on Twitter. I believe this year, in 2024, which, by the way, is the first year of this epic, the blockchain era, the truth net, as I call it, I believe more money will be converted from fiat to Bitcoin.
Mark Yusko, investor and founder of Morgan Creek Capital Management. In this video, Mark will share his insights on what is the Bitcoin potential in 2024? What could go wrong if everybody is too bullish? When to take profits? When will it be the best time to sell? What is Mark's profit-taking strategy? Don't miss this exciting and informative interview with Mark.
People forget this, right? We went from 10,000 to 60,000 in about 4 months because GBTC got $10 billion of demand into their trust. That was what drove that cycle. Now also, you had some Michael Saylor buying, and you had a few others. And you had Elon's famous quote where we're not going to take it for Tesla, and it crashed. Remember, it went from February down to June, down 50% before it rallied into November. When he's like, "Oh, I'm kidding. You can go back and buy." So there was plenty of demand. And what's going to happen every cycle is there's going to be a new avenue for demand. So this cycle isn't the trust, GBTC, it's the ETFs. And the next cycle, maybe it'll be derivative products, or maybe it'll be the institutionalization or the Wall Streetization.
Or small countries.
And then it'll be small countries. Then one of these cycles, it's going to be central banks. Right? Literally, central banks are going to say, I got all this gold, and it's expensive to store, and it's kind of cumbersome. I could put a lot of Bitcoin right on this little phone and just put it in the vault.
Bitcoin. Is there anything new to say about this cryptocurrency at this point? Even people who have zero interest in the industry have heard its name. As the number one cryptocurrency, it enjoys unimaginably high prices, up to $60,000, a lot of attention, and of course, much scrutiny. Bitcoin, alongside the rest of the cryptocurrency market, is known for its ability to overcome any challenges and have strong comebacks despite everyone writing it off. Various financial experts have been predicting that the Bitcoin bubble will pop in the near future, every month without fail for the past 8 or so years. And yet the coin still remains on top, and BTC investors enjoy high profits, patiently waiting for yet another meteoric BTC price rise. However, the crypto industry is rapidly changing, and some crypto enthusiasts are starting to doubt whether Bitcoin is still worth investing in. Alerts on price changes of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. Wait a minute, everyone. Welcome to Bitcoinzilla, your platform for daily cryptocurrency analysis and news. Our mission is to keep it simple. Bitcoinzilla offers engaging information that is easy to understand. Our analysts keep their eyes on the latest news to provide valuable insights via email. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Join our community of 10,000 subscribers and experience the new edge with Bitcoinzilla. Subscribe now.
Humans are going to push this thing well beyond fair value. And then investors are going to come in and say, okay, it's time to get short. And they're going to collapse it. And it might be governments or banks that manipulate like they did with the futures and, back in 17 and 21, who knows? But the bottom line is the reason we have this 4-year cycle in crypto, it's driven by the code in Bitcoin. And the code is not going to change. Every 4 years, we're going to have a halving, which means every 4 years, there's going to be this upward pressure on price to reward the miner. That's going to draw in the speculators and ultimately the gamblers who FOMO in at the top. And then we're going to crash. And those crashes will always be worse than fair value, right? When you crash, you don't go to fair value, you go through fair value because people panic and shorts get liquidated. I'm sorry, longs get liquidated, leveraged longs get liquidated, not the shorts. The shorts make money. So I do think you're right that this cycle is exacerbated by the entrance of new ways to get demand. But that's been true of every cycle, right? The first cycle, when it was a science project, suddenly you could buy it not in the back alley, literally where you had to meet somebody and you had to worry about getting hit in the back of the head with a wrench, to you could do it at Mt. Gox, right? And then that failed. And then you could do it at Coinbase or Kraken. And that not failed, but then that got dicey.
Yusko has predicted that Bitcoin will reach $250,000 by 2026. He also said that Bitcoin is the best performing asset of the decade and that it is not a bubble, but a network. At the same time, MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor anticipates a supply shock from the Bitcoin halving, reducing miner available BTC, which could fuel bullish price action. Tim Draper of Draper Associates speculates about a rise to $250,000 by July. Figures like Marshall Beard of Gemini and Paolo Arduino of Tether expect a retest of the $69,000 high. These bullish predictions are underpinned by Bitcoin's finite supply and independence from external economic factors. Its growing acceptance and technological advancements, despite the evolving regulatory landscapes, bolster its investment appeal. So, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? History shows that it's never too late to buy Bitcoin. The Bitcoin price today is still lower than its all-time high, which means it may rise and go for a full-scale bull run again in the future.
Then what happens is we'll get to crypto fall, which is the June period post the halving. That's when the craziness starts to happen. That's when the FOMO happens. Then we get into Thanksgiving and everybody goes home and everybody's patting them on the back and come on in, you get 2 turkey legs this year, whereas 2 years ago you're not invited anymore. You're disinvited if you're a crypto person. So now we're going to get that FOMO top. And in the past, that's gone to 2.3 times fair value. So when fair value was 30,000 in the last cycle, we got to 68, 69. This time, let's say we only get 2 times because there's not as much leverage this time because they cracked down on Binance and others. So let's say we get 2 times, that'd be 150. I think that's baked in the cake. So anyway, that's a long answer to a simple question.
That's exactly
why are ETFs important? They're important. They're really important. And it's because the demand isn't going away. That demand, I'll make a big statement. I've said this a couple times on Twitter. I believe this year in 2024, which by the way is the first year of this epic, the blockchain era, the truth net, as I call it, I believe more money will be converted from fiat to Bitcoin than the previous 15 years of Bitcoin's existence. I think upwards of $300 billion is going to get converted into Bitcoin this year.
And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. Not know why you haven't subscribed yet? If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.